What? What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to yet again another Getting to Know the Artist. I am Wiggles, and the man next to me is Mr. Trey.
What's up, y'all?
Ironically,
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Ironically, I had worked with this man back in the day doing some just real labor in the factory, building trusses and whatnot. And we
Slaving.
stayed, yeah, we stayed connected on Facebook and went separate lives. And here we are reunited. The man really started putting heart into some music, and I started doing my interviews, and I figured why not? So we're going to get
Now
to
we're
know him
here.
just like everybody else.
And now we're here.
All right, so we're just gonna jump right into the questions. For you watching on the replay, feel free to still play along with us. Put a question in the comments if you're like an answer, if you have an answer to it, or if you have any questions for him and you catch this on the replay, then I will try to get those answers or those questions to him and get the answer or whatever. Whoop conda, whoop whoop. What's up, homie?
What's up,
Swoop!
y'all? Thanks for
Whoop
having me, man.
whoop! He said I shut Darby off for this. What? You saying
Yeah.
Darby's live right now? That's crazy. The man Darby that he's talking about is Darby O'Trill. The man just dropped an album called Garden, and it is dope. It is an awesome album. Wukonda, thank you so much, homie, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure who was going to show up on this one. I've been having a decent turnout. Taffy! Whoop whoop! What is up, homies? The homies showing up. I fucking love you guys. I love you. But yeah, I wasn't sure how this one was going to go tonight, and I appreciate y'all coming through. Um, Without further ado, we're gonna jump right in though. So the first question I have for you is, what's your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live right now?
My name is Gustavo Trejo Flores. I go by the artist name Trey. It's Trea. I took that as my last name, one of my second last name, and broke it down and stuff to try to keep something close to me. I am from West Palm Beach, Florida, but I currently reside and I claim Trea, Illinois right now. But
Okay.
I am from Florida and I do rep my state to the fullest as well. But I'm currently in Centralia, Illinois right now.
What was the move to Illinois your choice? Was that like with family and then you were kind of
Family.
stuck there?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was family. When it happened when I was younger and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Like no decision of mine and shit. Because if it was up to me, I'd definitely be in Florida, a bigger state, bigger time, bigger, more places to get exposure with this music and stuff like that.
Right. Swirl, this is an old buddy, dude. He ain't even a jug, but he ain't against us either. He's just a homie I kind of knew, and he does music too. He's a legitimate just rapper, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to spread the love, build up, lift everybody up. So
You know,
I
I actually used to listen to ICP a lot when I was younger.
really
Yeah, like the what the hell is it? Like Juggalo, something like Wizard of Oz, like a lot of their old tapes.
Wizard of the Hood.
Yeah, I listened to that one. The Great Malenko,
Yes, the Great
fucking
Malenko's my shit, man. That's what I got like
um
introduced on.
what's the something box or something like that?
Riddle box.
Yeah, the Riddle Box, that one's pretty dope too. I
All
remember
right.
I remember the great the isn't it like the Wraith or something? It's like one of their last albums they put out like of the like 12 Carnages or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, first deck had six, and then the second had six. But yeah, the Wraith is dope. The Wraith's got some good songs
Yeah,
on
see,
it.
I remember when that first came out and shit. I had a DVD. I bought a thing of it. It was a DVD. It had the CD in there, and it had a DVD of it of the concert and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're familiar anyhow. You're not hating on us. It might not be your top jam, but that's cool, man. I
No, I
would never
definitely
have
played. What's
guessed.
one song? I man, My favorite song by him is "In My Room" with Violent J.
Yes, yeah, yeah, boy.
Yeah,
Okay, he got a little horrorcore to him, y'all.
yeah. I listen to everything, bro. I'm not really like stuck on like one genre of music and stuff like that. That's how you get it. That's how you find your voice, man. Getting different sounds and stuff like that. And I don't do the beef and stuff. I don't choose one artist's side because you know, man, you gotta like now, like music is down to beef. Like if you choose to work with this artist and these people don't like them, then you just lose cred with working on all them artist type stuff. And I'm just neutral
Yeah,
with that. I'm just a neutral in the scene, man. I'm down to work with anybody and anybody.
you right. You ain't trying to cut your own throat. I respect it.
No, there's too
So
much money in this world for everybody to make it big.
right. All right, so I'm gonna jump to question number three because obviously number two is literally all juggalo stuff. But you actually kind of done your own way about of answering it because I would have never guessed you listened to any ICP. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I listen to
Um,
when I was like, oh man, I probably like say 13, 14. I used to listen to him a lot. A lot, lot.
okay,
That's when I used to listen like Slipknot and all them stuff and people like that.
yeah. Um, okay, so question number three, anyhow, what inspired you to start making music?
Well, back to the listening to like ICP and heavy metal, man. When I first got of ear of music and stuff, dude, I wanted to start like a rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to start like a rock band because I was heavy into like heavier music and stuff like that. I was skateboarding a lot. You know, I was like a little punk kid and stuff like that. And then I moved into a not so perfect neighborhood and stuff like that. Then I got to a different culture shock and started listening to rap music and stuff like that. And like I always like heard rap music and stuff because of my sisters and everything. They're way older than me, so they always played everything. But like myself as like a person, like started listening to rap music and getting into the genre and stuff like that. And then I started hanging out with some of my friends. They was all freestyling and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to do that. So I started freestyling over. We used to play songs that were like on the radio, and then we like just rap over them and stuff like that. Just
Right, be louder than it and make your
yeah,
own verse.
yeah.
Yeah,
And after that, I
I
just
feel
kept to
it.
it, man. I've always had like an ear for music, and I just kept at it. Like I recorded my first album off of a computer microphone that you use on AOL and stuff like that to chat. I remember
Yeah,
I recorded my first album off of that, and I sold that album. It was like
yeah.
15 songs, and I sold a whole bunch. I remember I went on I made a whole bunch of different burned CDs of my music. Had like over 300 copies, and I sold every single one of those, man.
Uh, Swill said, "What's one song of yours that would make him listen?"
That would make him listen. It just depends whatever type of mood he's in because I have different songs for different moods. Like I have a song if you feeling sad and stuff like that, I got something for that. If you feeling like you want to drink and turn up, I got a song for that as well. If you just feeling like trying to ride and vibe to something, I got songs like that too. Like I do all kinds of music, man.
You have a recent song, and I don't know the exact name of it, or I think it's kind of recent. It's like rap. It's upbeat, and like I think it might even have your most views on Spotify or whatever. It's actually pretty tight. Like I don't know the name of it, but I
Is it
think
that
they,
Mexican?
man, maybe
Because I just
it
released
might
that
be.
song.
Like how new? Like I
Um,
swear this.
that Mexican is my newest release. That's my newest single that I released.
Man, I feel like it was called something else, but it might be. I think
I have
it's
Whoop. I
pretty
have
cool.
Coupe. Was it Coupe?
Whoop. Whoop is kind of tight. I find it ironic because you're not a juggalo, and that song Whoop, I'm like, ooh, this needs to be so good, and it's actually okay. That's catchy. Yeah, check out Whoop.
That
That's
was pretty
that's my
catchy.
personal. Yeah.
You know
Uh,
my that song. I wasn't even supposed to be on that song. Somebody
yeah.
else was, and they played about it. And then I sent my verse to my brother and stuff, and he heard it. He's like, "Oh yeah, record that."
Cheesy. Whoop whoop. What up, chicka? Um. Okay, so who do you look up to in the music industry, current and past? Who do you inspire from?
I don't really look up to nobody in the music industry right now. Like, because I'm older, man. I'm 31. Like a lot of the newer people in music that I listen to, I'm a lot older than them people and stuff like that. So I can't really look up to somebody that's younger than me, except their accomplishments
Right.
that they made and stuff like that. So like, there ain't nobody really in like the rap game right now or anything like that that I really would say that I look up to as like somebody that I want to like work with or anything like that. Because I want to work with whoever want to work with me. Honestly, man. Like I'm not
That's
picky about
actually
that at all. You know. But
right.
like,
That's one of the
but back in the
questions
day,
down the
man, you
road.
got to give like back in the day, you got to give like the OGs a credit and stuff. Like, you know, that's it's obviously to pick like Pac and Biggie and stuff like that. And one of the I'm a Hispanic and stuff like that. And you don't really see a lot of Hispanic rappers and stuff like now. Recently, a lot of their like stuff there is like a little few more Hispanic rappers and stuff, but like that's not a lot that you see like mainstream and stuff like that, or even underground and stuff like that. So like
Right.
one person that I looked up to listening to is SPM, South Park Mexican. I listened to a lot of his music growing up, stuff like that. So like that was like a big, I'd say if anybody I looked up to is like as him being the same Hispanic Mexican
So
stuff like that.
the only thing, I don't know, I'm sure maybe you're familiar with his charge. I can't support his charge. I
Yeah,
used to love SPM. Like, there's so many good songs that I used to
yeah, but
fucking rock with.
his charge though, getting on that topic, you gotta really look into it. Instead of like just like listening to what you read and stuff, you gotta really look
I
into
mean,
that
didn't he
song and like
get like the chick was like 14 and he was a grown man though, and or something,
no,
right?
the
And then,
accusations the girl was like the girl was only like 7 or 8 like that. That's what the accusations were and
oh,
stuff
that's
like that.
weird as
Yeah, see, like
man.
I really deep dive into this situation and stuff like that. And like all the stuff, like the case files and all that shit, everything just seems sus as hell. Like so I definitely stand behind SPM, even though the accusations, like he's locked up. There's innocent people locked up every day for stuff like that.
Right, yeah, and I completely agree. It's just like I definitely cannot have that as my representation. You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah,
was a
that's
hard one
understandable and
when
stuff.
I found out because I definitely can't support it and do what I do and be a juggalo. Or it just it's part of the thing. And no, that was just a bittersweet moment for me when I found out or heard about it. And no, I didn't super deep dive like I trusted in the word that I heard it from, I suppose. And yeah, that's kind of weird. And yeah, I'm sorry to even bring it up, but otherwise, I rocked with their music, bro. Mexican radio, bloody war, like that was my shit.
Man
So
up.
yeah. Uh, okay. Where am I at here? Who do you hook up to? All right, number 5. Any current projects in the works, or what's next? Are you working on any songs, CDs? Are you gonna do any tours here soon,
I
or
re
any
I
one-off
record
shows?
I record songs every day. I I got my own studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you a little. I'm still setting up everything because I just moved into my house and stuff like that. But yeah, I got my own little studio. I got my little mic set up
Hell
and
yeah.
stuff. So like,
Okay.
music don't stop for me, bro. And I produce all my own music. So
Fuck yeah. So you're just constantly making music, huh?
yeah, that Mexican that my single that I just released, you can play it and you'll never think it's old. That song's like 2.5 years old.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoop
Um.
Whoop is probably one of the. That's an older song too. Whoop's probably one of the newer songs that I released that I recorded recently.
It's catchy, man. I definitely dig it. It's definitely catchy.
But like
Um,
I have
go
a
ahead.
country song. I have two country songs I got that I made, like the country rap type of. It's not really like
Right.
deep country voice, but like you can definitely tell it's like the older school rap country and shit. But
I got you.
I got two songs recorded like that. I'm gonna release them back to back to follow up like a little country demo. But man, honestly, I don't work on EPs. Last time I recorded anything like that, like I was young and shit. That was my first album that I recorded. I was just telling you about that. I dubbed off the computer and shit like that. Like I don't look at
Right.
EPs. It's a waste of time, honestly, unless you're gonna follow up with everyone. Like I think like for artists that are coming up that don't have like a big following and stuff like that, or like trying to make a name for themselves, focusing on the album is a waste of time. It's album time is stressful. Like it's so damn stressful. Like it can get like just the far you can record 100 songs and only be okay with like 3 to 4 songs, and then have to record 100 more and okay, and like that's how you build an album. You don't just record songs about yeah that's good and throw it on the album. Like that's something you got to stress
Right.
about. Like you got to think about not just yourself. Like you got to think about for the people that's listening to your music.
Right.
So
It's
like
got to flow together
exactly
and like the
like if you're just
whole.
recording music about yourself, like man, you got to make music for people to relate to and stuff like that. So like if so me, what I do instead of focusing on the album, man, like you put like 12, 15 songs on an album. That's 12 to 15 singles right there that you can follow up on. Any advice that I'd have for an artist, man, that's coming up about EPs or anything like that, the biggest thing, if they have an album or EP getting ready to drop, scratch that shit, count all them songs up, man, drop a video to every one of them songs. Drop it as a single, push that shit for 2 weeks as a single, follow up, get people to get a vibe with that stuff. Then follow up
Right.
with the 2 more weeks with a music video because you already got your crowd liking the stuff.
Right.
Then on your 2 weeks later, you can have a bigger video because the people that's been listening to music, you can make, hey, I'm about to have a location to the song that I just recorded that y'all been listening to. Pull up if you want to be in a music video. That's how you get more people in your music video and stuff like that. If you want to
Right.
double down on that concept and stuff, but like honestly, like the best advice you can do is just take every one of those songs and single them out. Make a flow that stuff, drop it, follow up 2 weeks with a music video, and then go on to the next song every month.
Yeah.
Because an artist, man, a multi-million artist, man, that's famous and stuff, they probably drop maybe like 3 to 4 songs a year if they ain't dropping an album. If you really
Right.
think about
Right.
artists, instead of the artist that's really hungry and starting like has a come up, those are the only artists that are going to be dropping back to back to back, like Suicide Boys, man. Like they drop every fucking week, damn near. So like,
Suicide Boys is pretty dope.
yeah, they're dope as shit. I mess with them pretty heavy. But like, there's not artists like that really dropping singles and stuff like that. Cause like when people are signed to a label, man, there's a lot of stuff that goes through that, like dropping singles and stuff. Like you're not allowed to be capital about your music and stuff unless you're an independent artist and you own half of your stuff and shit. So like the biggest thing
Right.
you can do is coming up, man, single that music out and push it. Make it give your fans and people a new song to listen to every month. Shit.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to be known because obviously I'm not in the scene like that.
Yeah.
I want to know how much actual time and whatever it takes. So that's interesting. I don't think I've ever even heard that answer on here tied in with it. So that's kind of dope. So then, since you ain't really about EPs and whatnot, this next question, kind of, I don't know. We'll just see what you say. Uh, Realistically, where do you see yourself in 5 years in the music industry? What's your 5 year plan?
My 5 year plan, I already got my plan in motion. Me and my brother, we have an LLC for our label, BGMF Entertainment. We already got an LLC for that and everything. We started We started a podcast on the side with that, with everything and stuff called Messy Sessions and everything. So like everything's really looking good for us and everything, especially the 5 year. Like I don't want to speak too much on it and stuff, man. But like 5 year, like this stuff that we have in the works and stuff, we're getting a building. I'm going to open up a studio and stuff because I am a producer as well. And also on top of that, an artist and everything. But we're getting a studio and stuff. We're going to be able to help other people in the community like that come around and stuff that needs to be in the studio. So we'll
Right.
have that access for people and stuff like that. So honestly, man, like in 5 years, I just see myself making a lot of money and helping a lot of people out.
Right. You're hoping to be that guy bringing on new artists and whatnot. That's
Yeah,
dope. That's a solid idea.
because we already work, like our music's taking off. My little brother, King D and stuff like that. Shout out King D and shout out Glizzy and stuff. But King D is making a big movement with the music and stuff right now. We just got back from Houston a couple of weeks ago from doing a show over there and stuff like that. So like
Hell yeah.
we're definitely with it and stuff. Like we got a whole team, man. We got a cameraman, shout out Brandon. Expolography, man. He does all of our pictures and stuff like that. Our cameraman, King Dude, shoots our videos. And then Brandon, well, he also shoots videos as well too. So we got like two video mans and a cameraman. We got a producer and stuff. We got like my Glizzy. He's like an executive man. That man makes all the decisions and stuff. Like he's smart up there and stuff. So like
Right,
me,
he's
like I
with
said,
it. He's like
yeah,
keeping track, and yeah,
yeah. So like
that's
we got a whole team right now and stuff, man. And I'm a producer and stuff like that. I do graphic design stuff, like make labels and not labels, like I make album covers and stuff like that as well. Like I do all my album cover art and shit like that. Like
okay.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely see ourselves somewhere.
So I like to ask this question. It kind of throws you off a little or whatever. If not music, then what though? What would you be doing if you wasn't doing music? Do you think you'd still be involved with it? You'd be doing something else?
Like
You'd
if
just
I'm
be
not
working
doing it,
that? Yeah.
like that's
If
why
for
sometimes
whatever
I wonder
reason you couldn't sing.
if I couldn't sing or anything like that. I definitely would. I've always had an ear for music, so I'd probably be like focus more on making instrumentals and stuff like that. Focus more on like recording people and shit. But like
Okay.
I definitely can. I can definitely do some stuff. So and then my kids too as well. My daughter, she's only 9 years old, man, and she makes beats a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. So
No shit. That
yeah,
is
and
awesome.
my little boy Gustavo, he loves being in the studio with me and stuff. He's always in there paying attention stuff. So I got like, man, if it's not me, it's gonna be my generation, man. My
All
awesome kids.
right.
They're gonna
That
make
is
it big.
beautiful. Um, what did you want to be as a kid? Was it a singer or was it a firefighter or
Uh,
paleontologist?
I wanted to be an underwater welder.
Hell yeah, that's good money, dude. I
That's what I
wouldn't
wanted to
do
be.
it,
I wanted to
but
be. I wanted to be that all the way up until the end of high school and stuff, and then I got locked up. That's the only reason I'm not an underwater welder, and I'm making music now.
yeah, put that down. He said it.
That's
I
the only
believe
reason I'm not an underwater
you.
welder, man. If I was if I would never got in trouble and stuff like that and went to prison, I shit you not, I'd be an underwater welder right now. We probably wouldn't even
He'd
be
be under
music.
there fucking singing to the fish still.
Goddamn right. Fucking trying to find motherfucking aliens and shit.
Right. That's dope. That's a different answer. I definitely haven't heard that one before. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I would not be into music if I would have never got locked up, I would not. I always had an ear for music. I've been making music and well, I've been rapping and freestyling. I freestyle more than I recorded or anything like that, but I've been making music since I've been 13. And that still was above making music and stuff like that. I never if you'd have told myself like when I was 13, I never would have expected me to be making music or be where I'm at with music in my life at all. I would never
Right.
expect it like it. It wasn't something like I always been into music, obviously, and stuff like that. Like wanted a band and when I was younger, but I think every kid growing up without electronics and listening to music, I want to be
Right.
that type of band. Like it's
But
just
I want to be a rock star and
yeah, like
have bitches and money and cars.
exactly like it's just something that you see that you want to do. Like as like it's like it's either you're gonna be a rock star, or you're gonna follow up what your father's doing and stuff. You're gonna be what he wants to be, like wants you to be. And I don't have no father, so I didn't have no man to tell me what he wanted me to be and stuff like that. So I
Me
was just out
neither,
there.
homie.
I was just out there doing what the hell I did, trying to figure life out and shit like that. Without
Uh-huh.
so definitely that.
Um, so you said you know what our festival is, our reunion of the Scrubbalos, and
That shit's a whole weekend thing, ain't it?
oh yes, baby, it's 4 days of fucking unadulterated heaven, is what it is. Oh my god.
Are you going?
Don't get me. I went last year for the first time. I've been a juggalo for 20 years and I haven't had stability in my life. But in the last like 3 years, I found some stability. I moved over here to Indiana and I'm 3 hours from it. Dude, I got a movie or a video on this channel of my experience and shit. Like, it was fucking incredible for sure. But at any rate, I know you said you haven't been. So I'm just going to kind of reword the question. If given the opportunity, would you go and would you perform there?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Hell yeah. So I'm
Hell
gonna give
yeah.
you a little
Hell yeah.
snidbit.
I'll paint my face and
Rob,
all that shit.
the man that is in control of booking the talent, he is a stickler for videos. You got to have some good music videos, and then you just got to have people put your name in the hat. Like, tell your fans when it gets close to that time, you got to, go to the juggalos.com and blah, 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 at blah, 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 and you like, or send it via email, and you can request who you want to, like, play the gathering, and they take that shit into consideration. And if you ain't even got a video, Rob will just like skip it when it comes to your shit. He'll be like, man. And that's Violent J's brother. Like, he's just as important.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, if you
Whenever it gets
said you
closer,
got,
send me that link and shit, bro. I'll definitely check it. I'll definitely go there and play.
hell yeah, it's turned up, man. I mean, yeah, it's a party, but it really is like just on the music basis. Ignore that all the nudity and drugs and all the good goodies.
I
Like,
actually
it is incredible. It is incredible all the talent and artists and people like at different levels. You have the new guy coming in. You have that intermediate guy. You have these guys that are going to be performing on main stage. Like, it's home, man. It's heaven. It's great.
I got this one song, man. It's kind of like a Norwegian Mac flow, kind of how he flows.
Oh, stop talking about my God, man. What you know about Ouija? That's my ugly cousin, Squeegis. Ooh, get me excited. That's my
Hey, he's
dude.
hey, he's fire, bro. He got some hits.
That's cool, Ouija. I
He
mean,
dropped
who don't? That's that man.
man, that one song like Bungalow or something like that.
Yeah, Juggalo Slide.
Bro, that's my shit. I fuck with that song.
Oh, got Teasy excited. Don't mention her husband. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Bungalow,
just
but that's my shit. I was playing that shit. I pull up to work, motherfuckers.
All right. So you kind of mentioned there's nobody, or I think you said not really, but I mean, I'm still gonna ask it. If you could collab with any artist, mainstream or underground, who would you want to work with, like right now? If it was just, who would you maybe get on a track?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Honestly, man, I'd probably
Easy, Max. As well.
honestly don't know, man.
You
I
really
don't have
don't
anybody that I
inspire.
like.
You don't want to have fucking Kevin Gates rapping next year or something. Come on, just give me
Right. Man,
something.
like because like there's so many artists I want to work with, man. Like just so many, and it's just hard to pick one artist
Well,
that
then a few. I
like
mean,
man,
how
like I
about
would
you?
definitely work with Kevin Gates. Like man, I've been listening to him before he even got famous and shit, man. Like I used to listen,
Yeah.
and I definitely there's a Mexican rapper named D Baby. I'd be rapping with. I definitely would do a song with him. Uh,
Okay, there we go.
I would want to work with a big name producer as well.
Okay, I got you. Would you rap with Eminem?
Uh, hell yeah, I would. But Eminem, man, he's picky. He's
Yeah,
picky as
yes.
shit. Who he raps with, man. Like he's a dickhead.
And I heard it's like $1 million type shit. He won't even
Man, it's
fuck
not
with
even
you.
that. Like you can have all the money you want, but he won't. If he don't like your fucking song or like what you
He
got, he
ain't.
won't do the song.
Yeah. Get out of here. Right.
So like Eminem's just too like I would never reach out to Eminem to do a feature unless he reached out to me type shit. Because
Right.
like that like I know that's just fucking sending something up the ladder that's not gonna be seen type shit.
Right, right.
You gotta be on a fucking like Juice World, man. I don't know if you liked him as an artist, but that motherfucker was an amazing artist. And it took him to fucking die to be noticed by Eminem.
Yeah, yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
And that was his favorite fucking rapper, like that was the person he looked up to heavily. Like, man, like he talks about it a lot, how Eminem was his fucking like one of his like the reason he started rapping, got into music, and like fucking
Right.
and he was hot,
Easy
man. Like he
said,
was
rest in peace.
the way he fucking climbed the ladders with the music, man. Like no one's ever really done what Juice WRLD done type shit. And like
Right.
and he wanted to work with Eminem and couldn't work with him and shit like that because
Right.
they like trying to send
Damn.
a feature to Eminem is gonna be like trying to fucking pray to Jesus and hope for an answer.
Yeah. Right. Damn it, man. All right, that's fair. Have you ever met? No,
Man, I
go ahead.
definitely would do a song if they still rap. It's Twisted.
Yeah, they do still rap.
Yeah,
They're
bro.
M&E
I used to
now.
listen to a lot of them whenever I was growing up too, man. If they rap, I'd definitely do a song with them.
They still do. They're called M&E now. Magic Ninja Entertainment.
I would want to do a song with Shaggy 2 Dope as well. Violent J can hop
Shaggy's the shit. And he said he can get the feature. Shaggy get the whole business.
I definitely want Shaggy Dope, man. That motherfucker's still flowing. And he got like a West Side flow, like
yep.
Allah saying, like I fuck with his flow, man. Like it's old school. You can definitely tell and shit.
Him and Hex have a song together that's fucking just phenomenal, man. That's somebody, if you don't know who he is, check him out. Yeah,
I've heard of Hex too. I've heard a couple of his songs.
Okay, West Coast killer. All right, fair. Have you ever met anyone famous to you? Like, I met Pauly Shore. I got to meet ICP. I've now, since the gathering, got to meet a handful of artists, Ouija Mac in person, Kick It VIP style, and stuff like that. But is there anybody that you have met that's famous to you? And it doesn't have to be an artist. Like I said, I like to use.
I opened up for Cut Coham whenever he was signed to Tech 9.
Okay.
So I met him. I've met who the fuck was that? Man, I met somebody else too. That was just from doing the show and shit like that. Fucking you know who Cap G is? Or GT
I think I've heard the name, but I don't want to like pretend.
He has a song He has a song like I just smoked a blunt with your girlfriend. I just took a with your girlfriend.
Yeah,
it's like a song like it came out like back in like 2005 type shit. Like it's an older song, like, but it was catchy back in that era. Like it was like on
right.
Like that. I just in Houston, we opened up a show and met with him, and I actually got his personal cell phone number, and I'm gonna send him some instrumentals.
Oh, there you go. Make that connection. That's dope.
So I actually got a famous person's phone number right now.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is orange.
Orange. Mine's red. That's dope. What is your favorite domesticated and wild type animal?
Wild?
Yeah, like you ain't gonna have it in your home.
A man bear pig.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that real?
No, it's not, bro.
Bro, it might be some real crazy shit. It's 2024. What the fuck you, man? You never So fuck. What? Man, you know.
That's off of South Park, man. The man bear pig. You gotta look it up. It's so fucking funny.
Safe to say, I haven't watched every South Park episode.
Yeah, look it up, man bear pig.
That's awesome. Okay.
Like a snow tiger or something like that.
All right, and you're domesticated, like house pet?
Hell no, I ain't having that motherfucker as a house pet. He gonna eat me.
No. What is your what's your domesticated pet choice? Like a cat, a dog, a fish, a snake, a mouse? You keep stop it. People keep mice. They keep rats. I feed them to my snake, bruh. We're not the same.
Nah, I get dog, man.
Okay, so my answer to that is also dog, pit bulls specifically, and then a man bear pig too. No, a white tiger. Damn, I can't even talk. A mouse and a man bear pig. The fuck! I'm gonna have to clip that. I know my face was priceless. Um, okay. Being in the underground scene, how do you separate yourself from other artists?
I don't sound like them.
Okay. So
Like,
everything about you
like a lot
different,
of
your
people
flow,
where
how,
I'm at, a
or,
lot of people are rapping. Like they're doing like drill rapping and stuff like that. I'm doing like more. I'm doing some like drill rapping and stuff. But like my, if I have to say like what I make music, I do like more of like a melody, singing type music and stuff like that. I do a lot of that music instead of like rapping. I just started making a few rap songs because my brother was messing with me. He's like, man, you can't even rap no more. I bet because I've been making.
nah,
So I've been making like slower
right.
songs and stuff like that. So I just went into the studio and made a few rap songs and stuff like that and shit like that.
Well, okay, Myers. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before. I appreciate you. Yeah, no, I get it. That's dope. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a really big scene in the underground world. I used to gatekeep my own music, and if ICP didn't like bring it up in front of my face, juggalo wise, I wasn't really listening. And then I listened to a lot of mainstream music, radio music, and then like re diving in with Ouija made me re dive into like underground music, and I can't get enough of it. All the new like music that I have found in just the last couple years has been like incredible, and I
There's a lot
enjoy
of
listening.
there's a lot of artists out here, man, that need their shine type shit.
Right, right.
There's a lot
Um,
of us out here, man. There's a lot of us artists out here that definitely could be something. It's just, man, a lot of people you gotta stay consistent with this music shit, man. Like you can't just record a song and drop it and get turned up with it around your fucking friends. Like if you
yeah,
don't have
no,
support behind you, you're not gonna make it. If you're not spending, the biggest problem I run into is people wanting to spend money. Nobody likes to spend money. Like, and I tell you what, you're gonna spend a lot of goddamn money being in the music industry. If you want to be an artist,
you gotta spend it to make it. You know,
you
you can't
goddamn right.
just.
And if you want to be an artist and you're a broke motherfucker, get the fuck out of music because it's not your fucking genre. Because you cannot. That's one in a million that you make a song, you drop it, and it gets notice and recognition like that.
Kay
It's,
is a champion. He's a gatherer. What, Swill? Are you saying he's a homie? Sorry. So if you haven't seen, if somebody says something, I can pull this up and it will put it up there on the screen. You should be able to see that. So if like somebody asks a question or whatever, I try to highlight it for them or whatever the case may be. Um, we've gotten to my next page, and when I get to this point, I like to open up the floor to people in the chat. If anybody in the chat has any questions that maybe I haven't asked, or you've been wanting to ask, you just haven't got to it, or come up with just a random question for him or whatever. This is kind of your moment to get some of those in the chat, and then I'll hunt through them and I'll try to ask him. As far as you, Trey, this is your moment. If you need to go take a quick leak, get a drink
matter of
or
fact, I'm gonna do something.
whatever.
I'm gonna promote myself. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And everybody in the chat, I hope you stick around. But if you need to take a little breaky, I just want to go grab a drink real quick. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll be right back.
How's the weather over
Cold.
there? You
I
said
would
what?
say, I said it's cold. I would say it's probably 40 degrees outside or something right now. I'm going to stare at the screen with my dick in my hand. You do that, Swill. Oh, fappy fapper.
What did he
Uh,
say?
he said, I'm going to stare at the screen with my dick in my hand.
Hell yeah, I just had mine in my hand.
Oh, that's
You was
beautiful.
swimming.
37 degrees where you are. Jesus. I don't know. I didn't look at the weather. I'm just from the feel of it, it's rather cool out there.
See that shit?
Dope.
Yeah, I bought that. I bought this for my shows and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever watching, you can find me on all them platforms. That's how you spell my name. You want to add me on Instagram? That's my ad.
Yeah, at the end of the video, we're definitely going to get your links and put them in the description. But by all means, if any of y'all see that and want to like follow him now, where does he live? He lives in Centralia, Illinois. He answered that at the beginning of the interview. Mike's off T. What? No, he's just not close to it.
What'd he say?
Oh, it sounded like he said Mike's off T, but he could be talking about Cheesy, or he could be talking about mine. I don't know. Obviously, you heard me. So. Swill, do you know where St. Louis is? Or that's probably not a good. Do you know where? I mean, how much do you even know about Illinois? Do you know where Vandalia is? I don't know how to describe it. I just live there, so or lived there, so I know. I've been to Cave and Rock, yeah, because the gathering was there. Cave and Rock is in southern Illinois, like the southernmost part of it, tip of it. He's like northeast from Cave and Rock, like probably 3, 4 hours or give or take. What interstate? Interstate 70.
You want to hear something?
Was that you?
Yeah, it was something I'm working on. It ain't finished yet, so it's unreleased.
Yeah, especially if it's not released and it ain't got copyright on it.
Nope, it's not released. It ain't even mixed up yet.
Yeah, that was sounding kind of clever.
Can you let me know if you can hear it clear? I'm a pistol packing money addict. We that smoke that killer. Pistol packing money addict. We that smoke that killer. Don't get no. It don't get no fucking thriller. I'm a killer. I'm a chiller. I'm a smoker. I'm a thriller. I ain't make no sense up in my runs. I know I don't, but they should be off their dome. I be smoking on chromosomes. Wait. Is that your bitch? She in my bed. I ain't get that shit. I promise I beat my fucking meat instead. 10K on the necklace, if you take it, you gon' be laying there looking stupid naked. BGMF made it, yeah, we entertainment, yeah, we stuck in messy sessions, made it. That's all I got recorded yet.
Oh no, that's all right, man. It's sounding catchy.
I said, "Is that your bitch? She in my bed. I promise I ain't hit that shit. I beat my fucking meat instead."
Yeah. Swill said it's vibey. Yeah, that's gotta see. I came from rap and before even being a juggalo, and that's juggalo music is a mix of everything. I
It
mean,
is, man.
primarily horrorcore, but there's rock, there's rap, there's metal involved. There's even some country. Like that's the joy of it. I'll boof a glow stick and walk around the grounds all day for a ride in someone's truck to got Jay. I got you. That's awesome. Keep it real. You ain't a killer. What?
Hmm?
I don't know who. I don't know who he's talking to. Swill is awesome though. He's good people. Um. Okay. Let's see here.
That's that song.
Mm.
Whoa,
Whoop.
whoa.
It's that's got that beat. Thank you, Ninja. Hold me to it. I'll do it.
Woo, woo. Hey, Trey. Hey, come here, gang. I got some for them
Cause we
one.
be saying whoop whoop.
Woo,
If it was just
woo,
almost closer, boy, but I still rock with it.
woo.
That beat.
Numero uno, these boy, they can't step to me. Busy too busy, now you gotta schedule me. I got a salt, they ain't give me the rest. Real ass nigga, look pretty legs. I made it. I'm trying to get it and double up, run up this money. Make this shit stack
Y'all
like a
cray cray
bond. My
art
niggas bust
artists.
you
I
like
like
hustlers. Nigga,
the
a
fat
slaughter.
talk
She
cousins
fucking
for
on me, you
real.
love her. She got that dick on touch her. Niggas be bosses. I got the sauce like a monster. Niggas be talking and telling and plotting and snitching and giving confession like Usher. My mama word for shit. My family, y'all a bitch. I promise you, nigga, we rich. Like, he making the hit list, get him dismissed. We leave him sticking like this, sticking like niggas be walking with twists, walking with twists.
Bam.
Oh
Easy
yeah,
to say
yeah.
for it.
That's that shit. Swill but kill you. I'm not Julio Fulio. Art artist. I like the fat talk cause like what? All right, so we're gonna get back into these questions. I got a handful more that's just like direct. Then I got this little like game of either or. You'll pick between the answers that I give you, either one or the other. I got a random, and then we got three fill in the blank, and that'll be a wrap. So back into the heavy a little. What music did your parents listen to, and do you think that affects how you do music at all?
Can you request that question? My fucking computer.
Yeah, yeah. What music did your parents listen to, and do you think that affect or had any influence on how you make music?
Um, my parents listen to a lot of like classic rock, a lot of oldies and shit like that, like James Clyder and shit like that. I've been stroking. You know what I've been doing? Shit like that. Like
Right,
I love music though, bro. If anything sounds good, I can listen to it. If it has a
right,
good sound,
right,
like, I'll listen to some Adele and shit like that, man. I'll listen to like a whole bunch of people. Like if it sounds good to me, man, if I can vibe to it, I'm playing that shit.
uh,
So my
yeah, see,
parents,
packing.
yeah, all that. Like that's what I said. Like my first like music that I got into is like rock and shit. My mom and them, they loved ICP and shit like that. They've been through a few concerts and shit like that. And shit like that. So that's how I got into ICP and shit. Was through them. Was the first song like my mom and them used to play the dating game all the time and shit like that.
Right.
When I was younger, I can't no more because all the damn drugs. But when I was younger, man, I could literally spit that whole song from the beginning to the end. Everybody's part. Like I knew that whole song word for word and shit like that.
Right, right. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember going to football games and shit like that, singing that shit. Like fucking just everybody thought it was cool and shit. Like nobody that knew ICP and shit like that. So
All
yeah,
right.
different genre.
Okay. Um, do you have any siblings? And if so, do they support your music at all?
Yeah, I got four sisters and all of them do. My every one of my family members support my music and stuff. Like they all came out to my shows and shit like that. Like I got a big I got a big support system behind me and stuff like that. Like everybody pops out to my shows. Like I can easily get like 50 plus people to a show of mine.
What was the track called? Swill, which one? The Whoop song or so he did say in here, and I guess I'll let you speak on the subject. Swill's known to just speak his mind, and that's what I love about him. And so he said on the song you're talking about being a killer or whatever. I don't know. I don't think he's like calling you out to say, "Well, are you one?" type shit. But he said the song. He said he's a killer. Just feel like if you keep it real, you reach more people. Um, what was the name of that last one? The piano track? Piano track. I'm not sure. Was there
Can you
one you
put the
played
message
with?
up where I can read it?
Yeah, yeah. Right here.
Keep it real. About that, that's one thing I love when people say shit like that because they don't know me and they don't
Right.
know. I'm not saying I'm a killer and shit like that, obviously, but nobody knows my background, what I grew up in. Like I'm gang affiliated. I've been to prison. Uh, let's say from 13 to 21, I was never out of incarceration for a whole year. For a whole year, I was never out of incarceration from 13 to 21. I was in and out of the prison systems, juvenile detention centers, all that. So I love when people look at that like that because that just shows like how I look, man. I don't have that background behind me and shit. Like whenever I tell people like my life and shit, they're like, "You never did that. You never went to like, yes, I did. Like I'm a felon, a big felon,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
and I'm reborn, man. I'm like I don't sit around. I don't gang bang no more. I don't fucking sit around and tote pistols. I don't sit around and shoot pistols and shit like that. But I have. But I don't do that
Right.
shit no more. Like I don't, like I said to you, I don't really rap no more. Those songs that are rapping is because my brother got me into it. Like, man, you can't rap no more. But just because I'm
So, but
rapping about some,
you seem like a very nice person, real as fuck.
yeah,
One thing you learn about juggalos, we call a spade, just like I'm sure you are. And I'm not gonna let you completely get stepped on, Swilly. Like I know a little about this man, and obviously I don't. It ain't his, you know what I'm saying? It ain't his business to put his charges up there, some shit like that. He definitely ain't fucking around. Like he could and would be about that life. I mean, look at me, Swill. I grew up over by St. Louis,
mhm.
lame ass white boy in the real hood. Like
I used to
I
sell
wasn't no
crack.
gangster though. You
I
know,
used to sell
right?
I used to sell
So
crack in Washington Park in East St. Louis.
yeah,
I used to cook crack. My
yeah,
first time I ever cooked crack, I fucked up a whole 8 ball because I knew what I was doing. But I didn't fuck up the next
yeah.
batch.
Right. He said, I'm not downing him. And he's like, yes, I like that one. The last song was called Whoop. If you look him up on Spotify, Trey, and
You can
look up the
Spotify,
song
Apple
Whoop.
Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, fucking SoundCloud, anywhere you listen to your music at, you gonna find me because I have all my songs everywhere.
Right. He's don't take it like that. Yeah. Uh,
Oh no, I'm not taking anything like that. It's just like to let people know a little bit about me and stuff like that. Like
I mean, no, this is your interview, dude, and that's the
yeah,
point. Like, you say
like
what you want, you get out what you want. That's the whole get, and we got to take the good, bad, and the ugly sometimes.
yeah.
And you know, so.
Shit, one of my last songs before the Mexican, I'm going through a situation and shit, so I had some heartache and shit like that. Like you can reminisce, my song reminisce and stuff. You play that shit, man, like that, you can really feel the pain up in that song and shit like that. Like I don't
He
write
said,
my
"I'm
music.
looking now, motherfucker." Yeah.
Like I don't really write my music and stuff like that. I usually go off my feelings whenever I make music and stuff. Like all my songs are straight off the dome. I'm in my feelings when I make my songs.
Right. Remy! That's a homie, boy. I just met that man this year, Juggalo Gamer in the chat. This man's bodybuilding like no tomorrow. It's crazy. That's a big homie. Me too. I was 54th Street, VNG, Rochester, New York. Juggalos come from all different backgrounds, homie. I could dig it. Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he's cool. Clown blood in them veins. Awesome. All right. The next question is: if you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 years old, what would you tell yourself, if anything, and why?
It's not worth it. Everything that you're doing is not worth it. Like I told
Okay.
you in the beginning of the interview, I didn't want to be a rapper growing up and shit like that. I didn't look at myself in the music and shit. I wanted to be an underwater welder, bro, and I had that life 100% set out for me. 100% set out. I've been saying I want to be an underwater welder since kindergarten and to high school. Kindergarten to high school, I've been wanting to be an underwater. That was my job. I wanted to do and shit like that. And
Right.
if I could go back and tell myself younger, it's not worth it. Anything that I'm thinking or anything I'm thinking about doing, it's not worth it because I was so angry at the world at 12 years old, man, because I didn't have no father. My mother, she wasn't the best of mother and shit like that. So like
Right.
I was a very angry kid at 12 years old. Like I was looking for anything to get attention. I was just ruthless. I was just wild, man. So I definitely would go back and tell myself that everything's not worth it and shit. Because
Hell yeah.
I love my life now. I love everything. I wouldn't change anything for it. But if I could go back in time, my life would be 100% different now. But I would
Right.
definitely,
You could do better with it,
yeah.
or have a better, at least, start, if anything.
Because I love my life now. I got 4 beautiful babies and shit, man, like that. Everything I do is for them, man. Money coming, all that.
There's the message. Mad respect, Trey, but not so cash said. Hell yeah. Um, nah, I dig it. Um, do you think that your skill came natural, or did you have to learn and practice at it? Like some people say, like they're born with a natural talent, and other people want to do something and then they, learn and practice, and they're equally as good.
The only thing I think I was good at was riding a beat. Like I could say, man, when I first started rapping, I couldn't rap, rhyme, none of that shit. Like I didn't understand it really. Like just I didn't understand it, but I couldn't anything I fucking said. It sounded like how the fuck does this sound good? You ain't even rhyming type shit. So like I definitely had the ear and like the voice to like grab like the melody of the beat because like you can rap over a beat and not be on fucking track with the whole beat type shit like that.
Yeah,
But I appreciate that as well. But I think I was naturally gifted like able like to get my voice to it and stuff like that because like
okay.
I always been able to like make change my voice and make like funny characters and shit like that, like being like just like Elmo and shit like that growing up. It's just like
Right.
shit like that. Like so like I've always been able to like mess with my voice. I think I've been gifted with that for sure. But music and stuff, I had to learn. I had to learn the concept. I had to learn metaphors. I had to learn how to rap. I had to learn punches and all that stuff. None of that shit was
Right,
given to me and
rhythm,
shit like that. Like
cadence, and
yeah,
shit.
all that stuff I had to learn.
I got you.
But I definitely could sing. I think I like singing like other music and stuff like that. Like I definitely think I thought I could sing and shit. Like I didn't really start singing until I got incarcerated. Like I was all rap, 100% all rap. Like I would not sing no melody music, straight rap. And then I got
Right.
locked up, and then I started like,
You got them jailhouse blues,
yeah,
baby.
but
I've been there. I didn't go to the pen, but I've done my fair share of county bits I'm
yeah,
not
fucking
proud of.
got there, and then that's when I just started like singing more and shit like that. And then like a lot of people like liked it, and then, so I just really stuck to the singing and shit.
Right, right. No, that's dope. Well, not that you went to jail, but
Yeah,
anyhow. Uh, all right. So you kind of mentioned this earlier, but there's more tied into it. This is a real, I need to reword this better. But at any rate, uh, who or what inspired slash came up with your artist name and your logo? Do you have a logo that no matter what I would see it on a car, a door, a cup, a beanie, or whatever that defines you? Like this is definitely Trey.
This is crazy. Me and my cousin, being it real, we was listening. I don't know what music we was listening to. Probably some Cottonmouth Kings or some shit like that. But we was getting fucking high, snorting some fucking oxys and shit like that. Whenever we was young, just being foolish and shit. And I was like, man, I want to start rapping and shit like that. And he's like, for real? And then we're just sitting. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start rapping and shit. He's like, what the fuck? And we sat there for a long ass time, just like thinking of different. I couldn't even think of the other names that we talked about because there were so fucking many different names. He's like, bro, why don't we just call you Lil Trey? I was like, Lil Trey. I was like, I like that. He's like, because your last name is Trejo. He's like, so just take the J and the O off there and put it as an A. He's like, nobody spells Trey like that. A lot of people, because they always spell it Trea. Yeah. And like whenever it's spelled Trea, they want to say Trea and shit like that. But the A is supposed to be silent on my name. That's why it's Trey. So Trea. So he's just sitting there getting fucked up, and he came up with the Lil Trey. That's what I used to be called when I was a lot younger and shit. After I went to prison and stuff, I took the Lil off and shit because I felt like I suppressed being a little-minded person and shit. Like I was a different person, so I just started being known as Trey. So that's how my name came about. My logo, though, I just finally officially got my logo last year. No, the beginning of this year, I finally got my first logo.
And did you create that yourself?
I paid a graphic designer to do it.
Okay, you got an example of that somewhere next to you? Or I mean, I don't mean to make it difficult. Is that it right there?
Yeah, the T's it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And then I got my slogan.
You got a slogan?
Yeah, it's A-Tray, turn me up.
Okay.
1 second. I'll get you up. Hold on for a second.
It definitely takes time and patience. Nobody wakes up one day and says, I'm going to make music. It always comes from the soul. Yeah, just rapping slower. I came here to troll, but I like this cat. You can hear real. I knew it too, and I can see it. That's something I guess I should have. I need to start telling anybody that's.
This is my merch. I got merch and shit too. But this is how my tee is on my merch and shit. And then we got the slogan on the back.
I like that red.
Yeah, we got them in black and red right now. I'm starting to get other colors and like
What are they like? $25 plus shipping or something?
No, just 25. I'll take care of the shipping.
Hell yeah!
But we got a person that makes our merch and shit for us too and stuff. So, like I said, we got a whole team, man.
He's on top of it. He said, "I already got it. I just need y'all to start listening to my shit."
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. And you can give me a couple if it's too hard for you to answer. I got a go-to answer for this one, but what's your favorite movie?
Fuck! Why'd you do that, bro? That's like so damn hard.
Maybe one in each category, or just a couple that you really like.
I'm a horror movie type of guy. If I want to go cartoon, but we can go right there, man. Kid cartoon movie is called Halloween Tree. Best fucking movie ever. Cartoon, check it out. Horror movie, man, it's very hard, but I'll have to go with the all-time favorite is Freddy Krueger because that's the person that used to give me my fucking nightmares when I was a child.
Yeah, boy.
But I had to get his ass tatted on me and shit, and the saying "wanna suck face" whenever he sucked the life out of that fucking girl in the classroom and shit that had asthma. Right. But yeah, that's definitely my two favorite movies.
My go-to favorite movie is Blow with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I used to watch that, like, man, when I was like fucking 16, 17, there was
back to back even. Fuck, I think I was like 14, bro. 13, 14, and I would watch it over and over.
3 movies that sat on top of my DVD player that I used to watch. It was Blow, American Gangster, and fucking Scarface.
Yeah.
Those are
all
the things
boss
like I
ass
rotate.
movies.
I rotate those movies, and the only time I watched something different is when Zombieland came out. I remember I fucking went to a family video. I rented that, and it sat in my DVD player until I had to take it back. Like I watched that movie probably like 20 fucking times.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, man. When you're not making music, and you kind of touched on this, I think, or maybe not, but when you're not making music, what music you listening to? What's your zen music when you're just trying to chill out and relax or
It really
whatever?
depends. It really depends who like released an album or mixtape. I always check people's mixtapes and albums out when they drop and shit like that, just to like get an idea of it. But like lately, I've been listening. I've been in my feelings and shit. There's this artist named Yada Bands. He's not really like famous and stuff. It's YATT Bands. He makes more like heartbreaking music type shit. So I've been like vibing to him. If I'm listening to somebody, somebody I'll say that I play in my car is maybe like Big X the Plug or fucking Gunna. One of those. I'll play like I have songs that I play. I don't really listen to like set artists. Like I have a playlist that I listen to.
That's me, dude. Like, no, don't get me wrong. There's some artists that got my whole attention on like a lot of their songs and even full albums. But typically, I listen to a lot of individual like songs and yeah,
Yeah.
create playlists. Like, so like I don't know, my Zen music depending on the vibe. I'm a weird nerd and I got my whole fish and pond hobby or whatever, but like I'll be listening to some Bob Marley out here by my pond,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, smoking a little, whatever. Then
Well,
I could jump.
we'll be doing the messy sessions. That's like a lot of my focus when I'm not making music.
Okay, yeah. Uh, yo, Big X the Plug is dope. Check out Sparkmaster Tape 2.
Oh, I've already heard that shit.
You bang with the game. Yeah, boy, I do. My fucking Ouija Mac. At any rate, okay, so that's what I got for the straight questions. Now we're gonna jump into these rapid questions. We're just about done, man, and I'll get you out of here. These go by pretty quick from here on out. And
Oh, you're fine.
anybody in the chat, if you have any like other questions for him, go ahead and put them in there. And after I run through these, maybe I'll pull one up or something. It just depends. But okay, this is called either or. And it goes as following. You pick one or the other. And we're gonna start with Twix or Reese's.
That was random as fuck. I was not expecting that. But you said Twix or Reese's, right?
Yeah.
There's a left Twix and a right Twix. So what?
Oh god damn you! I'm guessing. I'm guessing you like the Twix. He's picking one of the sides.
You gotta be specific when you say that. You like the left Twix or the right Twix, or you like which
okay. Left Twix, right Twix, or Reese's, just for you, Trey. And is it your left or my left? Just to be clear.
Hold on.
Yeah. No shit. That's crazy. So yeah, which one?
Reese's.
Okay. Damn it. Summer or winter?
You said what? Summer or winter?
Yeah.
I'm a Florida baby, man. Summer.
Okay. Day or night?
Nighttime.
Okay. Truck or car?
Just depends what I need it for.
No, one or the other.
A car. I like cars. Cars ride smoother, man.
They're more convenient, cheaper on gas, but a truck you can always make $1, so I like to throw that one in there. All right, you taking that sweetheart of yours out on a date? Are you going to movie night or roller skating? You like it.
Yeah, we going to the movies.
All right. I just went to Olive Garden. Pizza or pasta?
Ah, pasta, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of options with pasta. I mean, there is with pizza too, but like you can really do it up with some.
No, man. Pineapple and ham pizza. That's it. That's all you need in your
Ooh,
life.
ooh. I don't do pineapple, period, let alone on pizza. Ugh. Okay, this one's for your fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook,
TikTok or Twitter or
TikTok,
X? Okay. Uh, Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi. Even though it's the
All
same
right,
thing.
pretty much. Pie or cake?
Pie, man. Pie all the
Oh,
way.
yeah. Taco or burritos?
You know after Mexican ass.
Yeah, I am.
I gotta make
Pick.
I gotta make sure my grandma's not around so she don't hit me.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Fuck
You
tacos and
like,
burritos.
all
I
right.
tacos, man. I eat more tacos than burritos. So
Okay. Um, Mexican food or Chinese food?
Chinese motherfucking food. I love me some goddamn Chinese food, bro.
Yeah.
I can eat fried rice 7 days a week, bro. And I love it.
Buffet don't know what's happening when you come in, boy. Watch
Man,
out.
I eat that
All
shit. I look in
right,
them
so
Chinese places and be like, who in here know Ricky Tan?
yeah. It's stupid, dude. Oh, I love it. That's that shit. All right. Surfing or skateboarding?
Skateboarding.
All right. Okay, you gotta, and you do have to choose before you say. You gotta make a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you gotta take a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water in a couple of shade spots.
For what?
Yeah, that's just so you gotta you either have to choose and you're I don't know, say both courses lead you wherever you need to go home. Nobody's asked me for what. Don't for what me. Are you walking in the rain? Are you walking in the damn hot ass, busted ass desert?
Right. Nobody's ever asked me that question.
Yeah, I don't know how to come back at you. What? I don't know why. The
Well, I'll
question
tell you
asked.
what. I'm gonna be walking in the motherfucking rain to my destination because if I'm walking in the rain, it's gonna be a short damn destination. I
Yeah,
never walked in the
right.
desert, so I couldn't tell you that.
Listen, real talk. I just tried. I tried to think of two evils,
I
and which
did
would be
walk
the
in the
less
desert
of
though.
two evils. Yeah.
When I came over from Mexico, I walked in the desert, so it was pretty bad.
Oh. I can't. Do you really got family there though?
Yeah, I do.
That's
I'm
dope.
Mexican, man. I got family everywhere. Everybody's my cousin.
I guess something like that. We got a homie, EC Juggalo. He's Mexican and he's dope as fuck. I think y'all would get along. I'm surprised he ain't in here.
He's
He
probably my
likes to
cousin.
troll and clown. Maybe, maybe. I want a motherfucking Cholito, man.
Me too.
Hell yeah. Um. Okay. Wait a minute. All right. You're given $5,000 cash. You can only pick one store, and you have to spend it immediately. Where are you going?
Hmm. Well, I'm going to Walmart.
Yes, and I had only one other artist ever say that too. Will Gates. He literally said, I probably could get everything I need at Walmart plus some.
Uh huh. I'm dead serious, man. Like you get food, you get electronics, fucking
Never
toys,
right.
everything you need. Like if you going into like an expensive store, like what's it gonna have? Like clothes or shoes? You ain't gonna fucking drop that much unless you go into a high end store. Like that should
Right.
be
Even
dumb,
and
man.
like the go-to people say music store, but I feel like, like a high-end mic or something quality is gonna cost you two stacks, and then I mean you might get a little start of something nice, or I mean, but I just let them choose, and yeah, a
Man,
lot of people say music or guitar store. I've only had one other artist
when I
say
went to the
Walmart.
guitar store, well, me's like was it Guitar Center or whatever the fuck it's called? I went there and I dropped $8,000.
God, man.
That's not even the computer.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I'm definitely
Yeah.
not gonna go there and spend that because that'd be like walking in there and getting one thing for that much type shit.
Right.
I'm
Right.
definitely going to Walmart. You get so much goddamn shit at Walmart for fine, man.
Where's EC? Probably sleeping or somewhere else. I
And
don't
you know
know,
what'd be
Swill.
smart too? At
Huh.
Walmart, they have gift cards, so you can put some of that money on a gift card. You wouldn't even have to spend it that day.
Set it aside. Right, yeah. All right. So we have three fill in the blank questions, and we'll go ahead and get you out of here, man. I appreciate you taking the
I
time,
appreciate you
coming
having me
on
and shit.
spot.
It's been fun as shit.
Weed store. Swill, I feel it, dude. I'm going to dispensary. No, really, I'd probably go to Walmart because I'm operated on a freaking mobile phone. I need some fancy equipment too. I need to step my game up so I can get Ouija's on here. Um, so yeah, the next three questions, or the last three questions, they're simply fill in the blank. So I will start to read it and then blank, and you insert your answer to that question. Yeah, I think that's it. This? All right. So my favorite vacation was blank. And if you can't think of a legitimate vacation, just tell me like the coolest place you went.
Houston, bro.
Okay.
Just recently.
Youth. Yeah.
It
Good
was like
time, good
everything in
memories.
Houston, and man, like Houston, they have this fucking mall, dude. It's so goddamn big. Like it's the biggest mall I've ever seen in my life. Like 12 stories, damn near.
Yeah.
And then like just the town, just the culture and shit like that. Just everybody like it's a lot more Latinos. That was the first time I've been around a lot like around of like Latinos and shit like that. So it was like kind of like not a culture, but a culture shock for me and shit. Cause I
Oh
really haven't
yeah.
been around that much. Cause like I said, I don't know my father and stuff, so I don't really know my Hispanic side of my family and shit. Like the last time I've been around a group of like Hispanic people like that, like a big group, is when I was incarcerated and shit. So like
Right,
being over
right.
there, like everywhere you turn, it's Hispanic people and shit like that. Like everywhere you turn, it's Hispanic people. So,
So your mom's was white?
huh?
Is your mom white?
My mom's Indian and white.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I ever knew that or whatever. Yeah, I would just assume you're like, I mean, I guess you're not super dark, but I would just assume you're full blooded. I wouldn't have guessed or none. Uh,
I only refer to myself as Mexican though.
okay. I mean, that's cool. I'm a fucking Pollock, but I'm really just a mutt. My last name's was Nasty. Like, come on. um, all right. At any rate, the bicycle I had most as a kid was blank.
Swin.
A Swan. Ooh. Okay.
I remember when
I
I
remember
got
my
that bike, dude.
yeah.
That's when my crime shit started. Right there is when I got that bike.
Yeah. That's how he got it. Bro, I'm not proud of it, but me and the homies, I lived in Casey, Illinois, but we went to Granite City, and that's all we did was fucking gank bikes and shit, and I don't even know why. It was like the
Man,
dumbest
I did
shit
so many
ever.
damn bikes in my life. I just be walking, leaving somewhere, and don't want to walk.
Right, like I just don't want to walk no more. Yeah. So my first bike, or 20-inch bike that I remember, was a Huffy Power, a red one. And then the bike I had most was probably a Nex or a Mongoose GT with the mags on it and the Fat Boy pegs, though. So that was probably the bike I had most. Um, all right. The best part about the beach, freshwater or salt, is blank.
Being at the beach.
Right. That's me, dude. I love nature. I'm not so much a people person. Like, if you're my people, and obviously this whole music thing, that's kind of different. But I just assume be by the water, a lake, out in the
I love that shit,
woods,
man.
on a trail.
I go up to Goreville, Illinois sometimes, and they have the big trails over there by Shawnee Forest and shit.
Yeah,
I go up
yeah.
there and get stupid high, eat some shrooms and shit, walk through that.
Yeah, boy. Shroomies, you would fit right into the gathering, bro.
I'll show up with the shrooms. What you mean?
Yeah, and it'd be alright. It's crazy, man. I'm out of questions for you. I don't know if anybody in the chat has any last minute questions for my man here. I personally, like, I'm grateful for every artist that has came up here. Most of my artists, actually like 99% of them, have been Juggalo artists. This one was kind of a reach on me, and I'm personally grateful that you actually said yeah, because in between, like, I worked with this man at a trust building company, and my dude Kyle got me onto the job, and ironically, he knew Kyle too, and that's kind of how we talked, and then whatever, and like I said, we stay connected, and my fault, but it ain't no fault. Everybody goes on living their lives, shit happens, whatever, but we stay connected on Facebook, and I've been watching you, man. I've been seeing you doing your little music thing or whatever from the distance, and then I just took the plunge. I'm like, you know what? I'll see if he'll come on, and you did. So I'm really grateful personally. That means a lot to me.
Well, I
Trying to see
appreciate
if
you
there's.
giving me the opportunity to be on your show and shit.
It's unwritten. I do YouTube page, Spotify page. I want to check out more stuff. So once I finish this, I'm gonna, if he has a like a link tree or anything to get all of his links, I'm gonna get that from him, and it will be in the description of this video. You'll be able to find all of his socials and his music platforms that his music's on, and stuff like that. So most definitely K Myers. Otherwise, man, this is your moment, Trey, to get any last minute whatever. If there was something you missed or you wanted to touch on, last minute shout outs to whomever, whatever, and
What made
yeah.
you want to start doing this for people?
I see the joy. So check it out. When I actually only recently, my first concert, I was 11 years old, so I didn't really get to enjoy it in the true sense. I got to go see Def Leppard, and that's a wonderful thing. They had their one-armed drummer, but I was so young. And then, as you just said, my life went to shit, bro. 16, my mom left me. When we met in life, I wasn't okay. I was just maintaining, trying to, live, and life was hell, you know what I'm saying? I got my own little sad story. That could be a whole fucking 24-hour stream, you know what I'm saying? But at any rate, my point is jump forward. So only in the last 3 years have I found stability in my life. You know what I'm saying? Things are okay. I'm buying a home, whatever. I got a old lady that takes care of me in the sense she's good. She works. She ain't living off me. And so I got the opportunity. Ouija Mac had a concert. Actually, him, Violent J, and Esham done a tour, the Three-Headed Monster tour, and ironically, it was closed. we had just moved here. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? And it was like 2 hours away. And I freaked. I'm like, Nicole, I can go fucking do this. You know what I'm saying? And I went, so we made it happen. I went to that concert. I got some VIP like side seating or whatever. Well, I got drunk, dude. I got plastered before they even showed up type shit. And when they finally came on stage, I kind of came to. I'm like, man, I can't mess this up. But I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really get to enjoy it. Well, follow up, Ouija had a concert, right? And that was, I don't know, a few months after that. And I've been listening to his music. So, long story short, I'm there, I'm at the concert, and like the feeling, not looking at Ouija, which he deserves all the praise, but turning around, right, in a crowd of people that are your fucking people. Now, the show is over here. I'm looking at this, the pure, unadulterated happy, man. Like, this is what happy is. You know what I'm saying? This is what happy is. And then fast forward another 7 months, I got to go to the gathering, right? And I got to meet a lot of underground, just coming up artists that, you know, some of them don't even really quite believe in themselves yet, but they really have a skill. And so I don't know. I know a lot of people do not get to experience that. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to meet their favorite artist or something like that. They don't get to have those VIP one-on-ones, get to ask them questions, and, you know, get to have maybe some of the encounters I get to, because now I know some of these artists like on a real personal level. They be like bringing me in and letting me get in the backgrounds of what's going on with them. They're sending me videos and songs that they haven't even dropped yet, and I'm like, what? You know, it's humbling. And like, I just want to lift my people up. So it did start biased to Juggalo and Juggalo artists, but then I'm like, I can't. Like, I love music too much, and you know, I just want to see people shine. If this is my way to be part of that scene and be included, and I get to like see somebody like go from here to up here, and I can say I met them. I got to talk to them. You know, like that's my drive behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's very. I can't like, you would think like, oh well, you're gonna get bored. I don't. You can say it, but I don't see it right now. Every single person, and that's another thing too. Like I said, I hate people, generally speaking, and this is good for it. But like, every person that has came up before me is different in some way, rather just how they carry themselves, how they present themselves, how their answer is, just their flow of talking, what they're doing in their music career. And like, if you're excited about what you're doing for you, that gets me excited. So like, you build off of that, and I just want to see my people shine. And like, why, if this, that's what I mean. If this is what, so yeah, it just randomly came about. I used to just do my Juggalo dolls and stuff on this channel, and when I would attend concerts, you know, I would post some videos of that type of stuff or whatever, and also my dreadlock journey. But then it just hit me. I'm like, you know what? I have that ability. Like, some of the first artists I interviewed was Mars Hall. Let's see, who else? Gingerbread, King Wicked. Those are some Juggalo artists. I don't know, Cartoon Bondurant. And like, if you look up some of these names, some of them are just like, they're right there with you. You know what I'm saying? At your level. And some of them already have a following on Spotify of 10 plus thousand people, or, you know, like that's crazy. And I'm always humbled. Like, the fact that y'all will give me your time to just, like, I'm a nobody. I'm a slum bum, dude. And why should you like, you know, why should you do an interview with me?
Man,
And that,
if anything ever takes off and I get famous, my ass would come back and do another interview with you.
yes, sir.
I'm
dude.
the type of person like, dude, I'd be too humble if I made it. I think that's why I probably ain't made it yet because I'm not. Bro, I have too much love for everybody and shit. I show everybody respect unless I get disrespected type shit. And man,
Right.
I could
Uh,
definitely I
that's
definitely want to
it.
see everybody shine and shit like that. Like, especially around me, man. Like, everybody can make music, bro. Everybody, anybody, and anybody. Like, as long as you
I
sound good,
can't.
like,
I can't. I mean,
even
I
if
got
you
a
sound
song
like
written
ass,
down.
you sound like
Right.
ass, and I'll make you
Anybody
sound
can
good.
record some music. That don't mean they can make good music.
Yeah, like I can make them sound good as shit. They come to me, but like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
but like, just like everybody can do this shit, man. Like, it's nothing to be stingy about. Like, you should be able to lend a hand and shit. Like, man, I feel like there's too much. There's too much money in this
Competition.
motherfucking world and shit. People get stingy
Yeah.
about it and shit. Like, act like they can't lend a help out to, like, man, I'll be the most humble artist if I was to get famous. Like,
Dude, that's what somebody asked, and I should have maybe asked it. That's what somebody said in one of my other artist interviews. That's another thing too. Getting to see the new people coming in the chat and the different responses and how they interact with their artist or their person over here that they know. It's real cool. I really like it. But what the hell was they said? What the fuck did they? I said that extra tangent and then just lost track of what they said. Oh, what would you like? What would you change, good or bad, about the underground scene? And the artist that was up really couldn't give a good answer. They wasn't understanding, and that's exactly so. They elaborated and they said that very thing. Like the fact of like everybody seems like they're at each other's throat instead of trying
it
to
is like it's a
build
dog
each
eat dog
other
world,
up
man.
and do a like let's corroborate or collab or let's do a feature. There's plenty of money to be got. Let's and I listen. I kind of said to a point. I understand. You need to build your own rapport, and it's okay to be a little cocky and confident and focus on number one because at the end of the day, this is what matters. But I mean, if it makes sense, then make it make sense. Or you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
understand.
if this person making songs and you're making songs and and I mean it could put a
The
little
one thing I
something in
will do,
there.
like, I will, like, if, like, cause I've done, like, I sent out a lot of features and shit, and like, I would not release a feature. Like, I would be straight up if I feel like it's not good. Like,
Yeah,
I will not release that feature, and then I'll message them people. I'm like, you want to try to take another chance? And then, like, sometimes people get in their feelings because they cannot take criticism or nothing like that. And like,
yeah,
man, like, if I sound bad, I want somebody to fucking tell me. Like if I got a song, like I show a lot of people my songs, and I ain't looking for, man, this sounds good. Like, I'm listening for them to fucking hit me hard. Like, hey man, like I don't think this is it for you. Maybe you should try to go about this or do this what you was doing and shit. But people like
right.
two people are too scared to speak their mind and shit like that. Man, I'm a blunt ass person. Like I'll speak my mind about any situation. Like I don't.
Non-constructive criticism is the best way to learn about anything in life. Like you're
Especially
your
about
own best
craft, man.
critic, really.
Especially about
Yeah.
something you're trying to persuade and stuff like that. Like, man, like, who are you to be like, if somebody is not that good in music and you be sitting there like, yeah, you can be their friend, be riding for him and shit like that. But if your friend ain't fucking good, tell that motherfucker he ain't good. So
Right.
because you gonna
Right.
waste somebody's
Figure it
whole life
out.
and shit sitting there trying to baby their ass. Like, and it's not good.
Yeah.
And that goes for anything, not just music, man. Like, there's a whole bunch of fucking shit you can do in this world with talents and shit. Like, even without talents, you can do shit.
I'm sorry. I was looking at this. I don't even know what they're talking about. Jelly said he would get more Coke too than he did. Jelly donut, jelly roll. Hmm. Swills and that's scared too. Yeah, bunch of trolls. But yeah, man. I appreciate the time, and I might be able to line you up with a few people. I don't know, like I might just put a little word to them, and I don't know what you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who do you feature with. Who have you featured with? Does it
I'll
matter?
feature
Or
anybody.
the
I don't care. Anybody wants a feature, they can get a feature, man. Just tell them to hit me up.
right on?
Anybody, man. I'm down with it. genre. If they sing, if they do gospel music, we can do fucking gospel goddamn song shit.
Well, look, and also, if you see one of my posts on Facebook with a bunch of those artists in there, and I know you probably don't know everybody, but you can kind of guess by the tone of the post and what people are saying. Don't be afraid to get in there and comment or whatever on it. And yeah, I mean, obviously, this is going to get shared out, and maybe people will just start kind of connecting with you. But I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and get ready to settle down for the night. Obviously, it's 1 o'clock here. I know it's
Yeah, it's
about
12:07 here.
midnight there. Yeah.
I'm
And
finna get
hopefully I can.
drunk.
Yeah. Fapping. I told his PO. See you on TikTok live. I might go on TikTok, go sell my hat. But yeah, I appreciate you. I hope to get all my artists back around, even if they don't become famous. I want to get better equipment and be better set up, and
Hell yeah, man.
have a round two maybe
Do
down the
like
road.
do like a fucking a follow up or some shit like that. Like don't like.
And you said you do podcasts
Yeah, man,
too?
we do messy sessions, bro. Anybody on this shit, look up messy sessions, bro. We do
on
podcasts,
YouTube?
we do backyard fights, we do all that shit, bro.
I seen the fight shit, but are you on YouTube with it?
Yeah, we're on YouTube with it too.
Okay. All right,
We
man.
we even on TikTok with it too.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna hit you up with getting the links and whatnot after this ends, anyhow. So,
All right, Rico.
yep, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.